Battle control initialized.
Hey people, 5 Aces here and welcome to the holiday special. That's right, we're going full on George Lucas up in this bitch. We're gonna have people dressed up as GDI and Nod soldiers singing Christmas carols. We're also gonna have Kane in a cooking show. And we're gonna have a best of 5. We're gonna have ourselves a real spicy best of 5 to be precise, between two very distinguished players. So let's introduce them. This is the Red Alert Global League Finals, the Hype Train, no, not the finals, semifinals. Hype Train terminates here, and in the bottom left, spawning is Russia. He is the my to the tie that is my channel. No one else has been that overrepresented, yet that entertaining on a consistent basis. It is Orb. And his opponent in the top right, spawning against Russia as well. It is none other than my elusive co-host and also streaming co-host and also self-proclaimed master of flame. In the literal sense of the word. It is ZxGanon. Alright, that out of the way. Let the games begin. Best of 5. Here we go, I'm hyped. Finals have already happened, and well, I'm not gonna spoil anything because I still wanna cast those. Also, a little quick announcement. Now that the cat is out of the bag, I'm allowed to talk about this. I got accepted into the Command & Conquer Remastered Community Council, which is awesome. Where I'm gonna be working together with high-tier, high-profile Command & Conquer players and players, programmers, testers, and whatnot in ensuring that EA doesn't drop the ball this time around, because I think they've been really taking community feedback seriously. They really want to deliver a great product, and yeah, I'm also allowed to give feedback and see some early concept art and whatnot, which is awesome. Alright, so big props to EA there. So much for selling out. No, we're not getting paid, don't worry. So this is gonna be a War Factory opener for both. Super standard. And Ganon going for his Greed Lord build immediately. Little doggo, I've seen it sneak around somewhere. Sneakster doggo, there it is. Glitching through the power plant, now getting stuck at the ore refinery. Yeah, being a dog is hard in this game. Jeez! Those dogs definitely don't have 20/20 vision. They are like, yeah, impaired in terms of vision, let's put it that way. Kinda special. But finds his mark in the end. He's got the scent of his prey. And Orb is a bit behind here, he's only on 2 harvesters, third coming online, which is because he's gotten an APC out earlier. This might be also an APC for Ganon now. Packing the dog in an APC is a fun strategy, just causing some havoc. Yeah, it must be an APC, right? Yep, there it is. And early APC on Forgotten Plains is just so smart. You can tackle all those oil derricks, you can gain some nice solid ground advantage, and there is no fear of a Tesla coil being deployed just now. Yeah, this APC is empty, just a little decoy. And what Orb is trying to do here, he's just trying to bait something out. He's trying to bait out the flame tower, trying to bait out rocket soldiers, perfect. Yeah, that's just what he wants. Ganon is playing right into his hands there. Finally has stopped this rocket soldier from producing. If that happens, just simply cancel your production or stop it or halt it for a second. Because Orb, if Orb is not attentive, he's gonna lose the APC here. That was bad play on Orb's behalf. He should have just kept firing onto the rocket soldier with a little bit of attention. But a little slip of attention cost him the APC there. It's all good because he's gotten 2 derricks off the back of this, and the rifleman is already there to intercept any engineer attempts from ZxGanon, who is well known for forfeiting early roll control. So I doubt he's gonna do much about it. And that's probably Grenadiers or something. An early APC, super good with Grenadiers, can just dislodge oil derricks so easily. There is no easy way of gaining production radius there. So those are usually dead in the water. Okay, what's it gonna be? A little surprise! A little Kinder surprise here in the APC. Oh, it's rocket soldiers. Okay, that's interesting. Wait, what? Why is the APC abandoning him? What? Running the rocket soldiers straight into their demise. Yo, this APC has abandonment issues. He should be awarded, you know, what's the opposite of the Medal of Honor? Medal of Courage? Like, there should be a Medal of Cowardice, right? Wow. That was a setback. That was 900 down the drain, and also didn't get the derrick. Yeah, Medal of Cowardice for this APC here. gets to wear it like a badge of shame. And MCV has finally arrived, is gonna deploy here. Plus there's gonna be mass barracks for Orb, so he already is going for infantry mass. He's gotten his 6 harvesters online, so it's all he needs. Ganon is opted for more armor. Ganon playing a more armor-centric style here. Just lots of heavy tanks being queued up. He's on 4 harvesters here in the main base. I mean, the builds look similar, but there's gonna be a big clash soon. And way more infantry for Orb as well. Alright, a couple scouts being dispatched. Orb usually has one big army. Orb is usually, you know, now that Barf has given away the title of Blobmaster because he went for some more intricate play most of the time, Orb is the one who's just deathballing in the middle. And he loves doing that. It's basically his signature army movement there. We're finally seeing a couple skirmishes there. Doesn't see anything out of the ordinary. I think he went to scout for an expansion. Nothing was to be found. Hearing a heavy tank fire. Just on the rifle. Alright, the dog is still in the mix. Ah, he sees it. Oh no. That dog was that close to greatness. But I think Ganon is gonna have enough in the end to push through here. Yeah. Oh! At least it was an APC, because if the heavy tank were to dive in first, he would have blocked off the other heavy tanks. So that would have been terrible. Would have probably lost him the engagement. But as it stands, he's free to take out the Elderic. Don't stand too close. Cool guys don't look at explosions. But cool guys also check their 6 to make sure they're not within explosion range. PSA. Oh, that's a Raider Dome, and also flamethrowers out for Ganon. You don't see those too often in high tier play outside of a Flamer drop. But, you know, there's a combination. There's like the combination of heavy tanks plus flamethrowers in the backlines. It's super vulnerable to air, but before tier 2 comes online, it's super strong against regular infantry. Because the flamethrower AoE is just insane. If you get some good hits, some lucky scatter. Ooh, juicy. Okay, airfield up for both. And the scouting yak coming online for both as well, so still mirroring builds. Also, I think the Raider Dome timing was just identical. Literally identical. And, ooh, we're gonna see the first V2s. Probably a bit too late to the party here. Tank for tank, eye for an eye. And the yak in the mix as well. Ganon is sounding the retreat. Now he's got the problem that he has lots of flamethrowers, but not lots of anti-air. First yak going down here. Ganon did definitely not want to lose this. Yeah, look at the AoE. Oh, it's so juicy. But ultimately, the collapse from 2 fronts is gonna leave Orb with a better position, and he's free to take out as a couple heavy tanks there, a couple rocket soldiers. Ganon gonna sound the retreat, and the alarm bells are ringing, but he's on tier 3. Let's see what he can do here. He needs basically an Iron Curtain staff. It's the most important investment he can make right now. It's the smartest purchase. Black Friday special. 20% off. Get your Iron Curtain right now. Oh, that's a terrible yak. Oh, I don't like that one bit. V2 survives as well. By the way, if you want to kill a yak properly, you need to angle your yak in such a way that it flies across the full length of the V2, because then it has more surface area to cover with its AoE damage, and the burst damage can come out properly and kill it in one strafe. So you need to line yourself up. Also, in movement, in the direction of movement. What? Orb has captured this here. Yikers. There's Tesla tanks for Ganon. If he plays his cards right. Orb needs to stall for a time. MCV is gonna take a heavy chunk probably. And Orb is moving his entire army to the north. Ganon needs to defend here, but he's invested so much into tech that it leads me to wonder that... double war factory as well. Maybe he is over-invested here. Maybe this is not the smartest play. Because Orb has got a way bigger army. Spy plane is coming in. He wants to know which engagement he's taking. And this would be the time for Ganon to split off 1 or 2 tanks, because Orb is deathballing. And if someone is deathballing, the best way of defeating them is just sneaking 1 or 2 tanks into the backlines. But as it stands, Orb, eh. Okay, he's moving back. He doesn't want to risk it. Yeah, Orb splitting up his army in 2. And this gives Ganon now the opportunity to do something. This is his window of opportunity to shine with the Tesla tanks. before Orb's tier 3 is online. But he needs to make something happen right now. Uh-oh. Tesla Tanks is starting to take a heavy beating. And the only thing he got so far was a single oil derrick. That's not the engagement he wanted. Orb can easily fortify now. Ooh, it's not looking good for Ganon. He's gonna get flanked here. He needs a lot of defenses in this area now. Because, yeah, Orb might just come from this side. And this is one of the few times that I've not seen Orb deathballing there. Instead, he's been playing it smartly. He's been, that's more like Barf style. Scattering your units around the barracks especially. Let's check the asset situation. Well, still pretty even, like a 3k lead, it's nothing much to write home about, but the Radodome is definitely going down. And Ganon is pretty out of position to stop this. So he needs to tackle the infantry first. Yikes! Power down. What an unfortunate timing. The Iron Curtain needs to survive, it needs to come online. And the Tesla Tank probably should go for some crushes here. Ooh, all the infantry blob is busy. The entirety of the infantry blob just busy with the heavy tank there. Finally, it's been dislodged, but that gave Orb just enough time to kill the Iron Curtain. Oh my goodness. That sucks for Ganon. He invested so much into his tech. The only thing he's got to show for are a couple Tesla tanks. Yeah, and here is round 2. Here is Orb investing into a large infantry army. There are shocks. So, unless the V2 kills everything there, the shocks should still be a great zone defense here. So as we all know, shocks just murder infantry. But no meat shield left. Uh-oh. The MCV is under fire. And Ganon is taking a heavy beating here. Some of the shocks still survive, but at what cost? Can he withstand the pressure there? Still got a couple shocks, like 1 or 2 left. Oh, but they're dwindling and lots of heavy armor moving in. I think that's it. Orb is gonna crush this base. Yeah, Ganon moving out. But I don't think it's enough. Yeah, the Yak in to finish the kill. Yak strafe. And that's the entire eco lines down in the expansion. I think that's it for game 1, honestly. Don't see a comeback condition. Oh wait, there's a counter push. Well, the counter push is being met with a mammoth tank. Yeah, you don't want those. You don't want your opponent to have time to take up to tier 3, get mammoths out. Because once they start rolling, you know, they see me rolling, they hate it. Tesla tank trying to block here, but this push is in vain. Yikes, too many shock troopers. And that's just how destructive Russia is. Russia late game mirrors are brutal. It's really cutthroat. Whoever gets their armor melted first is gonna lose the entire army, because shocks are just gonna stand behind the enemy armor and then melt your infantry. Also a big flank, that's 5 heavy tanks. How do you even stop this? You need so much anti-armor, but then there is also a couple rifles mixed in. So yeah, GG. If Ganon isn't tapping out right now, I don't know. He's probably a bit too hopeful here. But this game is definitely forfeit. The entire tech tree is going the way of all mortal things. He's got one last push left in him. Even if he takes out the Carnyard, which is easy to do, he doesn't have a win condition anymore. He's lost his entire army. He's lost his tech tree, his expansion is down. And still no way of stopping this, even with the nice micro here on the flak truck. That doesn't change things. Yeah. Here is one last push. He's probably trying to take out the Carnyard. Oh, Orb's on the ball. Yeah. V2s, plus base defenses, plus a Mammoth. I'm not seeing it, buddy. Good luck, my good friend. Oh, Iron Curtain on the MCV just to spite Ganon. Just a little showboating here. Yeah, that's it. That's all she wrote. Amazing crushes with the MCV. Just easily dispatching of this army, and the Mammoth tank is gonna heal up afterwards. Good hustle. Good fight, good night. That's gonna be it for game 1. Come on, Ganon. You don't think you're gonna win with this. There's also 5 Tesla tanks roaming around now, and this can easily kill harvesters, kill base defenses from afar. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why he's not tapping out. GG being called. Yeah, there it is. Rightfully so. Game 1. In conclusion, Orb just outplaying him by finding the Iron Curtain and striking while the iron's hot. He had a small timing window. It was like a brief window of a minute, and he utilized it. He killed the Iron Curtain, and that was what won him the game there. Otherwise, Ganon would have had tech advantage and curtain advantage. That would have turned the game. But as it stands, 1-0 up for Mr. Orb, and Ganon is gonna struggle to stay in this game, to stay in the series. Time for game 2.
Battle control terminated. Battle control initialized.
Time for part 2 of the holiday special, and this is usually where the Wookiee start appearing, and the digital effects remaster is coming with some flashy special effects. Insert special effect here, which I'm not gonna do because I'm shit at editing. Right, this has been played on Shadowfiend 2, timeless classic, and layout kind of reminds me of Forgotten Plains, only difference being that you can easily take your expansion without any trees in the way. Which, by the way, is a cool design choice on part of Forgotten Plains. Anyway, back to Shadowfiend it is. And Ganon this time as Russia, surprise surprise. Orb, take an educated guess. Which faction did he pick? It's Russia. You guys, Pepper Ridge Farm remembers, do you guys remember the times when allies used to be considered the stronger faction? I sure as hell do remember. And everyone was whining about Soviets being unplayable. Look how the tables have turned. We're only seeing Russia picks, and I guess Barf goes random. But Barf has the true spirit that I like also. Just going random, being like, yeah, I'm gonna play the hand that's been dealt to me. But anyway, Russia is being considered one of the top tier picks now. Ukraine being a close second because Ukraine, the parabombs come online mid-game. Every other support power, consider this, every other support power comes online in the late game. And tier 3 stages are not often reached in Masters tier play. Simply because your opponent can punish it so easily. Your opponent can smash your tech center and then smash your entire advantage, as we've seen in the previous game. But Ukraine's support power is just tied to the airfield. So yeah, there's that. It can come online way earlier. Oh, those two riflemen just holding the line. Hold the line strategy employed. Yeah. Engineer has to scurry back. And that's a split of the 10 rifles from Ganon, so... what's the build here? Double ref over double ref. Wow, Mirath builds again. What are the odds? Alright, that's Orb trading cost effective with 2 rifles, but right now the Force Fire has forced them away. And they're going prone. Yeah, that's going to be an easy engagement win for Ganon now. Who is free to take the Derrick back? That's just par for the course, you know, on this map. Just those small ridges here, and those small bridges, like the mud bridge here and there, allow for simple engagement wins if you just position your infantry in such a way that they block off the enemy infantry from streaming in, so they can only, form a nice little conga line of doom. Anyway, has the engineer been sniped? Wait a second, no. Yeah, no, it hasn't. It's still there. So Ganon can now pressure or take the middle. And Orb probably going for the third harvester, but it's a bit too quick. Maybe an APC. Yeah, double ref into APC is the standard build here. And Ganon is going greed mode build again, I'd wager. This must be a harvester. That's right. Because Ganon is greedy. We all know that. But he gets away with it a lot of times. Ganon, by the way, has had a fantastic season as well. Staggering win to loss ratio. I think like... what was it? 12 to 4 or something? Anyway, it's been pretty good. Oh no! If the engineer is revealed, which he is, this is gonna be real dicey. Easy snipe here, easy snipe on the engineer. Ganon should have blown up the Derrick. He should have known that this was about to come. And Orb's focus fire is just... Oh, and the crush as well. Just on point. So even with a smaller army, he can trade so cost effectively there. His APC still being alive, which means that Ganon has no other options than blowing it the fuck up. Blowing the oil derrick to Kingdom Come. Oh my goodness, the focus fire on the single rocket soldier. Such good play from Orb. And he can still stay in trade with his APC. Fantastic play. Is he gonna survive? Oh, it's so close. It was super close, but in the end, after all that's said and done, really, really worthwhile engagement from Orb. Almost getting away with it too. He's now got field advantage. He's got lots of infantry out on the field, and Ganon basically has to start over from square zero. Yeah, Look, he's got a second infantry blob, and that leads him to, having retained his engineer, leads to him getting another oil derrick back. He's now traded owners 2 times, and maybe this one would be the next logical target. Oh my goodness, he's gotten those derricks as well. Did he go? He went double NG. That's insane. That's currently a 3/1 derrick advantage, soon to be 3/0, I guess. Unless those 5 riflemen manage to make the miracle comeback happen. No! No, indeed. Wow. So time is now in Orb's favor. Time is on his side. All he needs to do is just wait and stall and overtake him on the econ front, because a 3/0, that's nothing to scoff at. That's basically 1.5 free refineries. That's basically an entire expansion economy line that Orb's got for free now. And let's check the econ graph. What are the assets? Well, still sort of even. And he knows this. He's not even taking his regular expansion. Instead, he's just going straight for the kill. He's going for the throat. He wants to secure this expansion and wants to drive a wedge into this. If you can produce infantry from the north, or maybe tanks from the north and infantry from the south, and fortify with base defenses here, it means you can drive a wedge into your opponent's forces. Ganon is going for flamethrowers again. But here comes the dreaded 2-prong. With his slight asset advantage, I think Orb is going to be okay with taking this engagement. Even with only 1 heavy tank. Yeah, Ganon recognizes the situation. Going to book it immediately with his MCV. He knows he can't win this. Yeah, the Flamers are doing a good job at least. The Flamers doing more work than I gave him credit for. Alright. Wow! He's torched the entire infantry lines. Thus, Orb is forced to sound the retreat. This engagement did not go at all as I imagined it. Maybe it was just the longer reinforcement lines, because Orb's heavy tanks just were not there. Anyway, that's gonna be Orb struggling for a bit. Maybe he can do something with his engineer. Can maybe capture 1 or 2 stray buildings there. Ganon is posturing aggressively with his MCV there. He thinks he can take this. Okay, that's a big call. That's gonna be the full-blown engagement there. Some Vietnam flashbacks being triggered now. Tesla coil deployed. And Ganon has to re-engage. This is a bad engagement. He probably doesn't want to take this. Tesla coil's still alive. It's bugged out. I think it's just because Ganon manually ordered it to acquire different targets. And then it just does the charge-up animation. And if you spam click, it just repeats this charging animation over and over again. This time, it's on Ganon to put his Tesla coil down. Yeah. This is my main base now. Alrighty, Ganon has actually gotten this engagement. Plus the Flamers, holy shit! I did not expect the Flamers to do that much damage to the base there. All he needs to do now is posture more aggressively. Move in, he's going for the Kanyard, probably a bad call because Orb has gotten a nice sizable chunk of infantry out again. And just like that, are the tables turning again, or can he hold with the flame towers? Let's see. No, in the end, Orb is gonna be fine. Orb is just dismantled all the infantry. Just a little bit too deep from Ganon there. And just like that, the engagement. Almost ending. Wow, the rifleman killed the heavy tank. Don't see that every day. Yeah, Orb force is overwhelming. He's finally managed to push this back, and the MCV is probably forfeit. If Orb micros it correctly, if Orb just positions the tank up front, it doesn't get blocked by the infantry. Yeah, the choke point should give... No! The heavy tank derping out. Okay. He's abolishing the chase. It's not worth it. Wait a sec. You're still going strong there. Have you seen that? No, he hasn't. By the way, an MCV has way lower line of sight than the heavy tank does, so this is way more tense for Ganon than it is for Orb. So easy cleanup here on the middle base. Oh my goodness, he deploys here. It's probably toast with the MCV. All Orb needs to do is follow the MCV. Follow where the MCV goes. Flame Tower, can you save it? It's so bad against moving targets. One more time. What is it? Oh no! He should have gone deeper. Just like Inception. He should have just gone deeper. My goodness. But Orb has smelt blood. He knows that this Kanyard is super, super low HP. So he just needs to send an execution squad to end it once and for all. Yeah, in comes the death squad. Ganon knows what's up though. Lots of rocket soldiers have to be queued up. I think he's frantically queuing up his rockets now. Oh! Oh, those heavy tanks, they should go deep. They could die for this. They could die for the Kanyard and actually get it down. But he decides to actually rally his forces, to rally his troops there. Probably just deploy a Tesla coil or something. Go for the good old base pusheroo. And a big infantry dispatch on the bottom line. So I like his play there. He has again split up his forces, and the bulk of his infantry army is actually headed for the completely unprotected base of ZxGanon. Ooh, I can already see this becoming a problem. Ganon going for a radar again, but it hasn't helped him in game 1. And he's again going for his 2 rocket soldiers, just sniping at Eric. He's gonna cut back on some of the income, but look at the income advantage that Orb already has accrued here. Yeah, I think asset advantage is like 8k. And this entire base has 0 protection. Oh my, this might pose a problem. Oh, the V2. He has to hold the line with the V2. He needs to have the perfect shots. That one was far from perfect. Still microing back here. No base defense queued up. And no war factory. That means at least 40 seconds of no V2 production. That was a bad shot, unfortunately. V2s need to be set to target manually. I feel like if you wanna get the full value out of them. Oh my, this is Ganon. This is Ganon being pincered again. Just while he's overreacting, chasing this army. Orb is going for the main base. He's going for the kill. This is such smart play. Ganon is being outplayed on all fronts so far. Lucky crushes as well. That's gonna be a power problem for him. A homemade power problem, I might add. And the army is just trying to rally back here in the north. V2, like his one saving grace, he's got the V2s online. If he can get some good shots in, that one was decent-ish. But he needs more than that. He needs a shot at the center of mass. Only thing that can save him here is killing the center of mass of the infantry. Oh no! So much, so long, dear V2, so long! Oh no. Third army coming in. Orb is not messing around this time. Oh! That was decent. More V2s starting to appear. If there is one saving grace for him, it's his V2s, but Orb has his counter launchers now. So I'm not seeing it. Orb has also gotten a Tesla coil deployed, and that is eventually gonna kill all the ore trucks. Oh, nice! A heavy tank as well. Can shoot over the ridges, defying all physics and gravity. Because fuck the laws of physics, we've got Tesla coils. Hell fucking yeah. Okay, awesome play by Orb, just pincering him and out-positioning him on every single turn. Thus far, Ganon not looking too hot. This is gonna probably be the 2-0, even though he's still gonna give it a nice and honest shot there. There is no parabombs either, because neither of them picked Ukraine. Because the Russia craze is still going strong. I also gotta say, nice crash, but ultimately Ganon's V2s have, Ganon's Yaks have not been impactful at all. Thus far, they just had a little bit of a scouting round and then they immediately died trying to snipe a V2. Yeah, about that. Yeah, he needs a better air force. He needs a couple V2, couple Yaks so he can actually so he can properly snipe V2s. And he needs to not lose them randomly. That's just V2, that's just Yaks being idle. Unfortunate here. That was a good shot though. Wow, those V2 shots did a number on the infantry. But how does he contest the Tesla coils here? They have thus far killed 3 harvesters, turning all his harvesters into slag. And V2 production needs to stop right now. Needs to transition flak trucks, Tesla coils. That's the only thing that's gonna save him from the impending Soviet tank hammer that Orb is gonna employ. No tier 3. Oh, tier 3 for Orb as well. So Orb has got all the trump cards in his hands there. Trying to go for a base push up north, but he is about to be flanked. He's about to be flanked real hard. In the rear. In the rear with the gear. Hey, we're seeing Orb using the attack all stance. It hasn't been utilized in a long time. But yet, here we are. Refinery's down. Up top side. Oh, that's smart. So what Ganon did there, he just sent a couple random rifle infantry to tank the shots from the Tesla coil. So he's gonna win the Tesla versus Tesla wars. On the southern front, though, he's just lost all his tech and he's lost 2 eco lines. Can he hold with his V2s? V2s are his saving grace, but he needs to pull them back in time. He needs to not lose them due to being idle. Oh, bugging out. I think he's just barely going to be able to hold on. No! Shock troopers are just too lethal. And the V2 hits have not been good at all. Yeah, V2 hits from Ganon not being too good. GG being called. With a little better target focusing, he could have held on, but to what end? Look. There was 3/4 of the map were taken by Orb. He had also completely denied the econ there, so if we're checking the econ graph, yeah, lifetime earnings 20k ahead simply from the econ. That's not even calculating it, factoring in the 20k asset lead from combat. It's like, ultimately it results in a 40k lead for Orb, and just outplayed Ganon on every single turn. Right, that's the 2-0. Let's hope this goes the full Monty, because I want to see 5 games. I don't want to leave it at 3. With that out of the way, game 3.
Battle control, terminate. Battle control, initialize.
Round 3, and wait a moment, I recognize what that is. That's not a map. That's a map-made middle finger to Orb. A giant, erect middle finger. Rock hard. That's shared responsibility. This is the revision, but it doesn't matter. This is the map that spawned the meme, I'm not playing this map, it's imbalanced. Copyright by Orb. That was the one where he lost to Oops after claiming that he hadn't known that it had oils. Yeah, anyway. This map is really interesting. It's by Carrillo, and it has won the map contest because it produced so many memorable games. Let's hope this is one of them. Let's hope it's not going to be Rage Quit Town, but it's looking good for Orb right now. 2-0 up. Yeah, it is not going to take this engagement. Nope. Too smart for that. Not going to fall for it. It has to immediately reroute to the north. It's always a gamble. Trying to guesstimate where your opponent is going to take his Welderix first. Oh, that's neat though. He's just trying to intercept the engineer. My goodness. No way. Ganon, you're a monster. How could you do this to me? Oh my goodness. Ganon's game sense just prevailing there. That's a Vet 2 rifle straight out the gate. And just timing, the magic of timing made that happen. Because engineers take a long time to build, like 12 seconds, and in those 12 seconds you can't build other infantry. So yeah, really, really good game sense. Retains it as well. Nice little early advantage, and thus Orb is going to be unable to take his natural Derricks there. And Ganon, that's something I've seen a couple pro players do recently. Opting for the top left or bottom right oil derrick respectively first, because your opponent can't contest that. He has to rally his infantry across your entire base if he wants to go there. Even a dog can't make it in time. And thus this is like the safest bet if you want to take derricks on this map, because the other 2 derricks are nestled away here, and you've got those little forts where it's really hard to traverse, and your opponent can camp if he manages to get his infantry to the back lines before you are there. Yeah, so amazing stuff. And then it just gives you time. Your engineer is going to come back to your main base, and it gives you time to stall for your war factory, and the war factory off of 1 or 2 harvesters, whatever, produces an APC or a ranger to ensure you get in those caps safely without losing an engineer early. So I really like this line of play. Really smart thinking. It's basically outthinking your opponent without even having scouted him. Double ref start versus... yeah, that was also double ref start. I guess on this map you just need lots of infantry. Excuse me, and you also need to not get all in by Oops and lose the game. Fond memories. Okay, Ganon securing the derricks there. But I expect both players to go for an APC off of 2 harvesters. It's easily affordable. Ganon is on 3 already. No, 3rd harvester for Orb as well. So no early APC for any players. And the production tab is telling me, oh, there's an APC in production for Spooky Orb. So Ganon has just moved his engineer. Yeah, he's been walking all the way over here. He's gonna be out of breath, but he can take a nice little breather, take those 2 derricks, take a hospital for himself as well, treat himself to a nice little, stay at the hospital. Some morphine to ease the pain. All right, there we go. APC is going in, and yeah, Ganon has already moved away his forces. That's good on him because otherwise those rifles would have been forfeit. But I'd wager the engineer is not gonna live to enjoy his stay in the hospital there. Maybe luckily so, because who knows how high medical costs are in the OpenRA universe. I have not done the research, but I'm willing to bet it's pretty brutal. Rifle infantry from Ganon has won an engagement there, a little skirmish, but not an engineer, judging from the veteran C1. So at least Orb hasn't lost a 2nd engineer. That would have been devastating. No, he's also doing the smart thing. His engineer going on a capping spree in the bottom right. And 5 harvesters respectively, plus an early MCV for Ganon. He's going for the bottom left, and this is where this map hasn't been figured out yet even by top tier players. Where do you go with your MCV? Do you expand away from your opponent? Do you just take safe expansions and try to turtle up? Do you take an aggressive expansion and maybe risk losing it all to a push? Do you go for the juicy fields up north and down south? Or do you just go for the safe ones? Basically, how aggressively you're gonna position your first MCV. And it hasn't been figured out just yet, which has produced some wonky and really memorable games. I love me some wonky and memorable games. Alright, so this is again Orb just going for the mass infantry. He's only on 2 barracks. Only in loose air quotes because, Ganon is 1-upping him currently. It's on 3 racks. But 3rd racks has just popped online. So Orb is going for the mass as well. And this map is usually very... it's easy to tech up on because... you have immediate impact. As soon as you tech up, you get pressure. Oh, nice little combat squad here, but Orb just finds the snipe. Yikes. Oh, and he's engaging. Wow. Okay, both survive on a sliver of health. And oh, but he is the real deal. Here's the real base push. Tesla coil being dislodged, and this is such a big advantage in a Soviet mirror, even without the tech. Just having your Tesla coil as a fallback point is so good. Because you can't easily engage into this, and if you do, you're constantly gonna lose things or units and infantry or buildings to the long-range zaps. So this is a no-go zone for now, everything here. Yeah. As you can see, Tesla coils 2-shotting even the sturdiest of vehicles. I think even a mammoth tank, yeah. That's right, even a mammoth tank gets 2-shot by Tesla coils. Okay, Ganon going a bit deep here. He wants the Tesla coil down. That's his only target because everything else can be dealt with later. Everything else is like low range. As annoying as it might be at times. Oh, yeah, here come the rockets. Nice! Moving the rockets in, killing the Tesla coil and moving them back immediately. Good display of micro by Ganon. Those tanks are trying to find a snipe on the harvester, but no, Tesla coil says no. Tesla versus Tesla tug of wars. That's always one of the most fun moments here. Goes to Orb for now. Who has now gotten his heavy tanks mostly patched up. Also gotten a Raider Dome out. Ooh. If you can hold this Raider Dome, the V2s are gonna be what pivots this engagement. This is gonna be the one thing that can turn the tide. But the Raider Dome is immediately under fire from a large-scale infantry assault. 2 tanks and power down as well. So Ganon is probably even gonna keep his tanks after all that. After all those shenanigans. That's a little APC, not a combat drop though. Just an empty APC, just randomly scouting the perimeter. Does he have anything here? No. Okay, Ganon has a retained oil advantage. And there is an engineer in the APC from Orb, but he must have forgotten about it. So let's crack the attack here. Let's do the numbers. Run the numbers, and we're gonna be arriving at a 2k lead for asset advantage for Ganon. Wait, what? Wait, that APC was empty just a second ago. What did he do? Did he land a para drop? What? I'm confused. I am genuinely confused. Where did those units come from? Yeah, whatever. Doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. Ganon is opting for a different approach now. Base push up north. Backed up by a large force and again, a couple flame towers, right? No, that's just rockets. Lots of rockets though. Is that a rocket in your pocket? Uh-oh. Orb's got the big flanker though, and he's gonna probably take out the Kanyard. There's nothing here anyway. No refinery just yet. There it is. Where's the MCV? Wait, what? Okay, the MCV rerouted, it appears. So that's gonna be severe losses for Warp. But he's gotten his V2 online. First V2, and those can turn the tide, as we all know. Alright, seems like the Kanyard has just deployed in a safe location. Didn't want to go for a base push just yet. Didn't feel safe and comfortable doing this. And in goes the push onto the... Ooh, bad rallying. Bad movement here by the MCV, but fortunately not being punished. Orb just set his units to attack all, which meant the MCV had time to escape. That's alright. He didn't lose anything critical here, he didn't lose an expansion. So this loss is fine. It was basically just a flame tower power plants. Whatever. Write it off. Yeah, and Ganon still has a nice little fortified position here. He's going for a big flank, trying to find some eco, but he doesn't right now. There is nothing here. Well, that's an easy... Ooh, that's such a juicy sniping target. Orb has now deployed 2 war factories. He just wants to speed up the game. Wants to crush him with Soviet tank hammer strategies again. Ooh, MCV probably dead in the water. Yeah. Heavy tanks on the chase at this time. Orb is not inattentive any longer. One of the heavy tanks being dispatched to kill the MCV and the others, keeping the army busy. Still, that's a net loss. If you sacrifice an entire army to kill one MCV, and the MCV hasn't done anything critical, like that MCV was just randomly there. It just had deployed a flame tower, so in the grand scheme of things, it was a loss for Orb. But he's gonna get some eco. That's good. And the first Yak. Yak advantage is so big in Soviet versus Soviet. Ganon finally pulling back the Yak as well, after it has taken some significant damage. And ooh. Friendly fire. Friendly fire killed the heavy tank. Pure curiosity killed the cat, and friendly fire kills heavy tanks. In case you guys didn't know. Yeah. Yak's on cleanup mission. That V2 had no business being there. Neither had the Yak. Sometimes Ganon's Yak and V2 micro is questionable, but he's just such a solid player, especially when it comes to the macro department. Ooh, Orb has taken one of the Derricks back. All of the... There is still one Yak. Good, good. I'm wondering why Orb hasn't gone for a Yak himself. I think he's just... No, he's floating 8k, the hell. 58k or 51k, but soon his eco here is gonna kick in and probably eventually equalize this. My goodness, what a juicy target for snipes. This just begs for a couple MiGs. I want Orb to take up. Deathball employed. Yeah, Deathball deployed here, and this is gonna be... Hey, this time Ganon's is wising up, and he's brought the V2 launchers. That crash was actually quite successful. Got a V2 down. Yeah, now there is no counter V2s at the moment. Many Tesla coils, but Tesla coils just don't help you, period. In this situation. Also hearing some zaps again. Oh, okay. There's 2 tanks on the flank. And the big army just was waiting for its moment. The moment just never came. The hell? Yeah, this is so good. V2 launchers, so he can dictate the pace of this combat. He can force Orb into... Wow! Even getting a heavy tank with a V2. That's a rare occasion. Oh, oh! Oh my goodness! That was perfect. That was your V2 moment, Ganon. No one can take that from you. People say you're not the most micro-oriented player, but that was a fantastic shot. Jesus. Nice. And the advantage still goes to the Tesla Coil of ZxGanon, I think. Can he one-shot? Yes, he can one-shot it from 60% health. So good here, even without the line of sight from the Yak. Such good engagements being taken. And 2 ore trucks going down from Orb. Yeah, I think he's starting to fall apart a bit. He doesn't have that much econ left. He is mined out on this side. This side is being camped. Camped to hell and back. And the base push is on. Alright, Ganon is gonna dislodge this Tesla Quill as well. Looking good for him now. This might be the equalizer. Well, not the equalizer. He needs to hold this though. Lots of heavy tanks, but Orb just can't push in. Wow, another Tesla, another V2 killing a heavy tank. The hell? That's so solid. Oh no, this MCV. This MCV dead upon spawn. If Ganon realizes. Yes, he does. Yes, he does indeed. And Ganon has handily won this base wars here as well. Has forced back the Conyard. The main base of Orb is gonna start falling apart. It doesn't have a construction yard. And Ganon has scouted it. He knows that there is no construction yard left. So he knows it's basically go time. Every single structure he kills now is permanent. GG being called. Yeah. So this is how Ganon can come back into the series. Alright, I'm hyped for a game 4 and I'm hoping that there's gonna be a game 5. There are replays, but those might be dummy replays, so I can't confirm or deny. Alright. It's starting to tense up. See you in a second.
Battle control terminated.